How's it going, YouTube? It's Sean here, and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 14 Retro in the Last Shot colorway. These dropped on June 14th for $190 or 255 Canadian dollars. The official colorway for this shoe is black and varsity red. This shoe is actually one of my favorite Jordans of all time. For those of you who aren't aware, this colorway is so iconic because this is the shoe that Michael Jordan wore when he hit the game-winning shot to clinch his 6th and final NBA championship of his career, and it was also his very last shot taken and made in a Chicago Bulls uniform.
Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead!
In fact, I remember watching this live on TV being like a 10-year-old boy with my entire family in the basement. So this shoe definitely has and will always have a special place in my heart. So since it's been 20 years since that iconic game from MJ, Jordan Brand decided to re-release these once again. The last time these dropped were back in 2011 and before that, 2005. So the design of this shoe was said to be inspired by Michael Jordan's love of fast cars, specifically a Ferrari. As you can see, this shoe is designed in a very sleek and aggressive manner. Starting things off with the toe box, this toe box is constructed using a black suede. We also have this red Jumpman that's embroidered in the very center. On the side panels, we have a very soft ribbed tumbled leather. This is found on both sides of the shoe. Towards the back end of the shoe, we have more of this black suede, and then on the lateral side, we have this Jumpman shield that's inspired by the Ferrari logo. So the medial side, as you can see, does not have this logo. Instead, all we have is this ribbed leather running straight across. Moving on to the back heel, here we have this strip of black plastic, and it has the 23 and Jumpman branding in red. If you take a closer look, you can see that there's these lines that sort of resemble tire treads. The tongue on these 14s is constructed using perforated black suede, and at the very top we have black nylon, and this tongue is finished off with this red bar that runs across. It reads Jordan on the outside, and flipping it over to the other side, we have 14 in Roman numerals. Overlaid on top of the tongue, we have oval-shaped black laces, and these feature metallic silver eyelets. The interior of the shoe is done in black, and then taking a look at the insole, so this is just your standard black Jordan insole with a Jumpman logo on the heel in red. So these Jordan 14s sit atop this black foam midsole, but then taking a closer look at the forefoot, you can see there's these pieces of foam that are shaped like teeth or like claws. These are found on either side of the shoe, and they give you additional lockdown and additional support from a side-to-side perspective. So for the most part, the black paint on this midsole is done in a glossy finish, and then taking a look underneath the heel, we see this red carbon fiber plate. As I turn this over to the medial side, you can see once again we have this carbon fiber plate, but if you take a closer look, you can see there's this air vent which increases the ventilation on the shoe. Turning these over to the bottom, so here we have your classic Air Jordan 14 outsole. So predominantly this outsole is done in black rubber in this herringbone traction pattern. In the center, once again we see this red carbon fiber plate, and it's finished off with this black glossy Jumpman. On the forefoot we have this circle pattern in red, and it reads 14 once again in Roman numerals. In terms of how these fit, I'd say that they run pretty true to size. So my feet measures as a true size 10 slightly wide, and I typically get a size 10 in most of my Jordans except for certain models like the Jordan 1, the Jordan 3, and more of the newer performance-oriented models. For this one, however, I did get these in a size 10, and they fit me pretty much spot on. Comfort-wise, so I'm a big fan of the comfort on this model. So encapsulated within the midsole, we have Zoom Air both underneath the forefoot and underneath the heel. Straight out of the box without any break-in time required, I can already feel the Zoom Air underneath my foot. In fact, a few years ago I actually played ball consistently in the Jordan 14, and except for some poor ventilation issues, overall I had a great experience playing in these shoes. In terms of quality and the build and all that stuff, so I had no complaints about my pair. I felt the suede was pretty decent overall, the leather was very nice and soft, and for my pair at least there was no visible glue stains or any significant craftsmanship issues. So with all that being said, now let me lace up these Jordan 14s and show you guys how these look on feet. last shot Jordan 14s will always be an important piece in Michael Jordan's footwear history. Growing up a huge fan of the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan, and watching this live, this was a no-brainer when they announced that they're finally bringing these back 7 years later. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of these last shot Air Jordan 14s. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Give me a follow on Instagram as well at sgo8, and check out my website at seango.ca. Before I sign off, just want to give a shout out to The Closet Inc. for hooking me up with this pair. If you guys haven't heard of The Closet Inc. before, they're a Canadian sneaker boutique located out of Southern Ontario. So until next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.